It's a letter to my Uncle Chuck. As expected, the post office's poorly programmed auto stamp cancellation machine has failed again. Amateurs. My personal information has been entered. Just have to answer the hard mucus questions. Pretty dark in here. Ouch! No pinching.
Franklin, you idiot! I'm just trying to, help.
Is that yelling? Oh, gag me. I hope my dad and Uncle Chuck aren't fighting again.
And since most of the machinery at the pillow factory is lying fallow, I've come up with this, great plan to repurpose them. We can use them to make, plush toys.
Franklin, you idiot! The company is Pillowtronics, not stupid plush toytronics. We make pillows! What do you think that would do to our credibility, our reputation?
Okay, Chuck, you're right, but, I was up all night working on the business plan. Maybe, you could just, look at it?
No, no, no! It's a pillow factory!
Are you two fighting again? I'm getting so sick of this. You're brothers. Take a chill pill. You started the pillow factory together. Won't you ever stop fighting about it?
Nothing you need to worry about, Dolores. Right, Franklin, old brother?
Ah, yes, your uncle and I were just, talking business. I have some work to do.
Dolores, can you get my .8mm point-tip soldering iron?
You know, Uncle Chuck, you should use a 2mm flat tip, and you never heat your solder hot enough.
That's my favorite niece. I can't wait for you to take over the pillow factory. I know you'll keep the Edmund pillow dream alive.
It's a box, but it's sealed shut. It's a box, but it's sealed shut. Uncle Chuck never makes his bed. He's a work of art. I'm looking forward to playing chess with him. It's a TX1138 tube in perfect condition.
Dolores, I know you like electronics, but I'm working on our robot friend now.
It's Uncle Chuck's custom-built multi-band oscilloscope with phase memory monitoring.
Hello, my favorite niece.
I just wanted to say how much I love you, Uncle Chuck.
I love you too, Dolores. I can't wait for you to take over the pillow factory and restore the family heritage. Hello, my favorite niece.
George, Uncle Chuck, I have something for you.
What is it, Dolores?
A letter George the postman just delivered.
Oh, I've been expecting this. I'll deal with it later. Oh, Dolores, Dolores, Dolores. How many times have I told you not to touch my things? But as soon as you've taken over the pillow factory, they're all yours to do with as you wish.
Uncle Chuck is always very touchy about this painting. Wonder why? It's Uncle Chuck's check register. I guess that makes it a Chuck register. It's an empty bottle of homemade printer ribbon ink. I see some black powder around the edges, and it smells awful. Warning, contents highly flammable. It's Lurleen, my pet chinchilla stuffy. Dad gave it to me when I was 3 years old. It's a letter to my Uncle Chuck. The stamps haven't been canceled.
Dolores, you know I can't work in the dark. Please turn the lights back on. After you've taken over the pillow factory, you can turn off the lights all you like.
It's a whip made out of network cables. The label says it's called Cat 509 Tails, produced by GetDigital.eu. I guess Uncle Chuck was an impatient system admin back in the day. It's a defunct robot prototype.
Hello, my favorite niece.
You should be nicer to my father. He just wants to help.
Franklin is well-meaning, I will give you that. But he just doesn't have the same passion and vision for pillows that you and I have.
I just wanted to say how much I love you, Uncle Chuck.
I love you too, Dolores. I can't wait for you to take over the pillow factory and
Ouch! No pinching. Where am I? This is Uncle Chuck's Indextron 3000 library filing lookup system. It uses the Spewy decimal system to catalog books. It says there's a book on mucus here. It's in section 3.1. It says out of order. The sign says it's out of order.
Chuck is such a bully.
Chucky's been in our family for years. He's a good plant. Chucky has been sitting here forever. I don't want to move him now.
Chuck is such a bully.
I liked your idea for the pillow factory.
Chuck thought it was a bad idea. He's right.
He's never even read it. Uncle Chuck never should have talked to you like that.
He's right. My idea was worthless. I'm worthless.
Dad, I don't like to see you like this. You need more confidence, and stop letting Uncle Chuck push you around.
Thanks, Dolores. You're a great daughter. But Chuck knows what is best for the factory.
Bye, Dad. I love you.
Goodbye, Dolores.
This is Uncle Chuck's Indextron 3000 library filing lookup system. It uses the spielt... It says there's a book on mucus here. It's in section 3.1.
Sorry Dolores had to witness that. Why do I let him talk to me like that?
No one will miss this out of order sign. The out of order sign is gone, so it's obviously fixed. Haven't been up here for a long time. That's my grandmother, Edith, and her second husband, Charles. I really admire them. That's Uncle Chuck as a young man, with robots on his mind even then. That's my great-grandfather, Edmund, who was a great industrialist. That's my great-great-grandmother, Lady Edwina. That's my Scottish great-great-great-grandfather, Edgar the Dragon Slayer. Oh, Lurleen. You're so soft and fluffy. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside except an empty glass. There's nothing inside. 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 It's a can of poopsie. Carefully handling broken glass. Flask of extreme chili sauce by Brian H.J. Comes with a warning. You might breathe fire. Pretty clean, considering. The glass is now filled with water. There's nothing inside. There's nothing inside. Whoa! Nice warm fire. This clock looks vaguely familiar. I don't want to open it. I can't push that. These are my Kirksbox/fiction books. I'm a believer. It's my state-of-the-art Commodore 64 with dual 1541 floppy drives and a blazingly fast 1200 baud modem.
Please answer the following questions about our proprietary mucus programming language. You must get all of the questions right to submit your application. First question: how many parameters can functions take? Next question. When a game ships, it is encrypted using... Next question. When the screen scrolls, it moves by... Next question. How many room local variables are there? Thank you for taking the mucus phlegm programming test. Congratulations, you passed the mucus phlegm programming test.
Yay! I answered all the mucus questions correctly. I'm ready to print out the application. I printed my job application, but the page is blank. Maybe the printer is out of ink. It doesn't work in that. It doesn't work in that. I don't feel like the taste for non-trademark infringing poopsie now. I think I'll just be careful with them. That's good enough for now. It says out of order. Looks good enough for a snack. That hit the spot. Ugh, I'm definitely not hungry for soggy lettuce. It doesn't work in that. This printer ribbon looks all dried out. It won't print anything. It doesn't work in that. It doesn't work in that. I don't feel it's a wilting head of lettuce. It doesn't work in that. Soaking the ribbon in water will get it wet, but it won't re-ink it. I can't use the printer ribbon with that. I can't use the printer ribbon with that. Dousing the ribbon in gas isn't going to re-ink it. I don't have time to eat pie right now, even though it looks great. I printed my job application, but the page is blank. Maybe the printer is out of ink. It's in here pretty tight. I'd need an LFG 1982 tube puller. I don't want to use it with that. The fireplace is very sooty and filled with ash. Great. Now I'm carrying around a handful of black soot. I can't use the printer ribbon with that. That would just make a sludgy mess. That would just make a mess. The fireplace is very sooty and filled with ash. I can't reach that. It's very dry firewood. I already got enough firewood. It's in here pretty tight. I'd need an LFG 1982 tube pull. I can't leave the mansion yet. It's pouring out water. It's pouring out water. Soaking the ribbon in water will get it wet, but it won't re-ink it. That would just make a mess. I think I'll just be careful with them. That's good enough for now. The label says it's called Cat 509 Tails, produced by GetDigital.eu. It's a wilting head of lettuce. It's Graphics Basic, the powerful programming language from Hessware to supercharge my Commodore 64. It's the math trophy I won when I was 12 and attending a summer program at Thomas Bodeman's School of Mathematics. It's made out of solid pewter, except for the infinity symbol, which is pure titanium. It's a red gel decoder.
I know I have a good idea.
Bye, Dad. I love you.
Goodbye, Dolores.
It doesn't work in that. That would just make a mess. I can't use the printer ribbon with that. I don't feel like it's a can of poopsie. It's an empty bottle of homemade printer ribbon ink. I see some black powder around the edges, and it smells awful. Warning, contents highly flammable. Still impressive. It doesn't work in that. That would just make a mess. It's an empty bottle of homemade printer ribbon ink. I see some black powder around the edges, and it smells awful. Warning, contents highly flammable. The ink bottle is now full of black fireplace soot. This isn't a water-based ink, not with that smell, and I wouldn't want to print something that could wash away. There's just soot in the ink bottle, not ink. It's closed. It's a glass filled with water. This isn't a water-based ink, not with that smell, and I wouldn't want to print something that could wash away. I can't use the bottle with that. I don't think they're good for anything, except growing mold. It's a letter to my Uncle Chuck. The stamps haven't been canceled. It's a glass filled with water. It's a couple of uncanceled stamps. Still sticky. I don't want to waste these stamps on that. I can't use the printer ribbon with that. I can't use the bottle with that. Pretty clean, considering. That's a bottle for printer ribbon ink with black soot in it. This isn't a water-based ink, not with that smell, and I wouldn't want to print something that could wash away. There's just soot in the ink bottle, not ink. Still impressive. There's nothing inside. Great. Now I'm carrying around a handful of black soot. I already have a handful of soot. The ink bottle is now full of black fireplace soot. Great. Now I'm carrying around a handful of black soot. The ink bottle is now full of black fireplace soot. Great. Now I'm carrying around a handful of black. The ink bottle is now full of black. That's a bottle for printer ribbon ink with black soot in it. This isn't a water-based ink, not with that smell, and I wouldn't want to print something that could wash away.
Oh, Dolores, Dolores, Dolores. But as soon as you...
It's an empty bottle of homemade printer ribbon ink. I see some black powder around the edges. This bottle's empty. I already found an empty ink bottle. It's Uncle Chuck's custom-built multi-band oscilloscope with phase memory monitoring.
Hello, my favorite niece.
Uncle Chuck, do you have any new printer ribbons?
You know I don't buy new ribbons, I just re-ink them myself. Printer ink is a scam. I didn't get rich by wasting money. Just get some polycyclic hydrocarbons along with methylethyl ketone and make the ink like I showed you.
Of course. Thanks, Uncle Chuck.
Was soll ich? Was will der? Was?
I don't want to whip anything with this. Ugh, I'm definitely not hungry for soggy lettuce. The ink bottle is now full of black ink. That should do it. The ribbon is now fully inked. There, the blank paper is back in the Printron 3000. Yay! I answered all the mucus questions correctly. I'm ready to print out the application. I always like to watch this part. Now I just need to stamp the envelope. My letter to Mucus Phlegm is now stamped and ready to mail. How exciting! I hope I get the job.
Hiya, Dolores. I have a letter for you.
Oh!
Good luck. See ya.
It's a letter from Mucus Phlegm. Did I get the job? I think I want to open this in my room, just in case it's really bad news. Now that I'm in my room, I'm still so scared to open it. I need to get up my nerve. Come on, Dolores. You can do it. Okay, but if it's a no, that means I'm stuck in Thimbleweed Park and have to take over the pillow factory. Okay, but if it's a yes, what will become of Dad? Stuck here alone with Uncle Chuck. Okay, but... Okay, I'm opening it. Yes! It's a job offer from Mucus Phlegm to be a game programmer. I'm so excited! Can't wait to tell Uncle Chuck. He'll be so proud. But first... I can't wait to tell Uncle Chuck about my job offer. He'll be so proud. Uncle Chuck, great news!
Yes, Dolores, what is it, my dear future leader of Pilotronics?
Here, read this.
You're what? You're giving up the opportunity to run Pilotronics to be a game programmer?
Yes, that's what I've always wanted to do. Not run Pilotronics. I'm leaving on the first bus out of Thimbleweed Park.
Then, Dolores, you are out of my will. You're giving up over $10 million. That's $20 million in 2017 dollars, just to pick an arbitrary date in the future. You are dead to me.
Dolores broke Uncle Chuck's heart and started programming those murder simulators. Real-life murder is the next logical step for her, sweetie. Stop her before she schemes her way into sweet Uncle Chuck's inheritance.
Sure, we'll get right on that.
Come back and see me soon, sweetie. Ciao.